I was having a Raider Nation. BD Williams here. It's been a little bit since I've seen you guys last, but I thought I'd make this breakdown of the Raiders defense going up against Joe Burrow and the Bengals. It's still topical now because the Bengals are now going to the Super Bowl. How the Bengals were kind of able to take advantage of certain things. So yeah, let's just jump into it. Okay, so now this time the Raiders come out in nickel. And they're going to play zone to the field. Okay. And then to the backside, strong safety is going to take number 2. Corner is going to take number 1. And they're going to play man-to-man on the backside with a single high safety in the middle of the field. This is how they play their cover 3. And this is potentially an issue when you got a guy like Jamar Chase going up against your corner, and you're putting your corner out there on an island, okay? And in this case, Jamar Chase ends up winning. You see face on here. He's got his hips pointed to the fade. He's sitting on this fade. He doesn't want to get beat deep here, okay? You see him kind of open up his cushion pretty early here. But again, he does not want to get beat deep, okay? I think that his transition was a little clunky. He still contested this catch. It was still a tight catch, tight window catch. Okay, but face on is purposefully doing that. Now, I think the problem with this play, the breakdown on this play comes being the contain rusher. You're going to see Nick Ngakwe inside spin here and give up contain. Burrow gets out of the pocket, has the time now to complete that kind of late breaking, 15-yard breaking route. So Unique Ngakwe, obviously he wasn't targeted in coverage, but in my opinion, he's the reason why that broke down a little bit there on defense. Okay. Again, we're in cover 3. We got single high, right? Playing pretty vanilla in the first drive here. But again, we got on the backside, we're in man-to-man coverage against Jamar Chase, Brendan Faison. Okay, Chase is winning these battles. Okay, and what I don't like about this one, we got a stack. So now Faison can't press. They're trying to give Jamar Chase a free release here. Okay, and I think Faison playing so far off, but then also he's kind of like in a half turn. And I don't really like a half turn. Are you turning and running? Are you opening your cushion or not yet? If you're playing man-to-man, you want to stay square here. And you see him kind of being in this no man's land, taking these really long strides. Okay, and he just takes one little false step, bucket step behind him instead of gaining ground on his first drive step. And that's all it takes for Jamar Chase. Okay, so here we go. We are in nickel. It looks like we're again in cover 3. Okay, face on down here. Again, man coverage on the backside. It's zone over here. But on the backside, they're playing man coverage. And if we take a look over here at face on, I think he does a great job rerouting at first. But the caliber of athlete that Chase is, where he just is able to gain that separation just with a single step, even though the corner got his hands on him, Faison was in for a long night. It was going to be a tough one, but credit to him, he's not, these are not all easy catches. It still has to be a level of difficulty that Chase is, doing on him. Okay, here. Again, we're playing man on the backside, and you're going to see, something that has worked on this coverage before, where you got a post wheel. Teamer does a great job fighting through it and staying on top of it. Okay, and I think they end up throwing the screen here, yeah. And then just not the greatest pursuit angles here. It is what it is. You got kind of out schemed. And you got a lot of guys over here, and you got one guy going over here, and then there's really 2 guys to handle 3 Bengals over here. So, good hustle by Square. Didn't finish though. Diablo's got a strike there. Diablo really, we want to attack this guy, hit him with your hands, punch him under his shoulder pads, detach, and go make that tackle. But still, Diablo's in a tough situation. It'd be a elite play to make that. Here's another example. Okay, and they continue to play this adjustment the entire game. It's a strange look. We're going to get essentially a cover 4 look to the field. And we got 4 defenders over 2, right? So probably a little overkill, probably a little excessive, but they're playing like a quarters concept. He's going to have the first vertical. He's going to have the inside vertical. He's going to have the first in-breaking route. He's going to have the first out-breaking route, okay? So they're playing this box kind of coverage. I think Diablo got influenced a little bit by the play action or just the back. Oh, yeah, the back release is inside, and it keeps Diablo shaded over here towards this hash, okay? But he needs to widen underneath the first in-breaking route here, okay? And he kind of just is stuck in no man's land. You see he's not covering anyone. He's just standing there. And, would have liked to have seen maybe Merrick also make a play on that. But if we go back and we see, and just talk about the rules of this, Merrick has this guy vertical, and Diablo has him around here or breaking on the goal line, okay? So this is the first in-breaking route. Diablo needs to be here, now, okay? But it doesn't happen. And Merrick is sitting on the vertical. So you see he maintains that upfield shoulder position. Still has a contested catch, but the window where Diablo needs to close isn't great. So they end up scoring. I believe this is after a turnover here by the Raiders offense. They get the ball back in great field position. It's a good looking run by Mixon here. We see Max Crosby's side. They're going to zone weak here. It looks like Diablo is getting influenced out here by this kind of jet motion, and it leaves a cutback window here. Okay, Teamer probably over playing this a little bit. It doesn't help. Max Crosby got blocked, and then, Diablo gets there a little late. Okay, we're going to get another run play here. Good job. Great job by Nate Hobbs here. He's going to just kind of make a pile right here and force the running back to cut back or cut it up sooner probably than he would have liked. I'm guessing they want kind of hit this alley. And so Nate Hobbs kind of collisions this, creates a little roadblock there, and makes the running back turn right into a pursuit lane. And watch Max Crosby just come flat down the line here and just move at an incredible clip. Just watch him. He's right here. Look where the guys are in front of him. Okay, these guys are all closer to the ball carrier's path here. But watch Max Crosby just kick into overdrive and just beat them all there. Much harder line to run. Unforgiving ankle. And Max Crosby just puts his foot in the ground and chases after Joe Mixon. Fantastic play. Hobbs forcing the run, and then Crosby in pursuit. I'm going to see them run their little box check over here again. So Merrick is going to be, take the first vertical. And then we're going to actually see Diablo play this correctly this time. And you see, again, he's jumping in front of this, okay? Because he knows he has that first in-breaking route, and he wants to squeeze it because he knows he made a mistake that first time. I guess there's a false start here, but they end up running the same thing again anyways, both teams. So again, we got a snag route. Diablo sitting in this window, okay, doing a better job covering people this time, okay? So that's an improvement. Okay. All right, now after getting beat a couple times, they're trying to give Face On some help here. So they're going to play some two high safety looks. What happens? Burrow comes to the line. he says, hey, we're going to eat, gets Joe Mixon on the opposite side of him, okay, and they check into a run because while you got two high safeties, make him stop the run with a light box. It's a good move by Joe Burrow to check into a run against that look right there. Gets about 5-6 yards. Okay, we see usually teamers down here. Okay, so you got that extra number, that extra hat against the run that you don't have now. So it just makes it a little bit more stress, a little bit more urgent for our guys to get into our gaps here. And get off a block. So this is interesting because Raiders never did this in 2021 under Gus Bradley. This is going to be quarters over here with a flat foot read from the safety, and then to the boundary or the short side of the field, they're going to play cover 2. Okay. And so this is the kind of cover 6 stuff that's actually really popular in the NFL right now. It's probably the most popular split coverage scheme in the NFL right now. And we know we're in cover 6 because we got this cloud corner letting this get vertical on him, and he's going to stay in this back shoulder position, cushion that. And if the quarterback throws the swing, then we're going to put our foot in the ground and we're going to come attack that, which is exactly what happens. And we see like the line of scrimmage is here. Okay. And Trufant beats him to the line of scrimmage. Great job. That's how that coverage should play out. Okay, we see Nassib. He's got a little pass rush. Clinton Furrow's rushing the passer, but the ball's out pretty quick. Okay, that's a win for the defense right there. Okay, now we're going to get back into a showing. Okay, single high, but teamer is going to start creeping back. They're actually going to play man coverage across the board here, and teamer is going to be the robber, and he's going to sit at the sticks. So this is a good call if they're attacking the middle of the field, okay? But if they're attacking outside of the field, on the outside the numbers, right? You're heavy, you're strong here in the middle of the field. You got a lot of defenders in the middle of the field here, but this is the weak points. Is if you can win on the outside one-on-one in cover 1 in these single high looks. And I think that Trufant thought he was going to get a call there, right? And he's like, "What? Are you serious? I didn't get a call there. I was like flailing. I obviously was pushed. Didn't get that call. At the end of the day, you got to resort to more than just flopping to be to win against Chase." Okay, now this is another interesting look. It's like double box. Diablo's going to come back and play safety, and they're going to play first out, first in, kind of a box look, and then they're going to do the same thing over here on the opposite side. So we're dropping 8 into coverage, and we're getting a double box is forming. And I think what the interesting part about this is Diablo is stepping back here, and he's playing the safety position. Obviously Hankins is popping back and playing a linebacker spot in coverage. Okay, so we're kind of weak here, but at the same time, for a quarterback who's looking for something to open up, he wants these windows to open up, doesn't like what he's seeing, ends up having to throw it away. Okay, that's a great win, and it's a great, it's like throwing a change up, throwing a curveball in terms of what you're throwing at this quarterback and expecting him to pick this up. And apparently that's something that was bothering Patrick Mahomes this past week as well. All right, so again, we're gonna get a run play. Great job by Crosby. Refusing to be blocked. Same with Hankins. He's trying to rip across, but then he goes for the detach 2 times. Gets in on that tackle. Great team effort. Great hustle right there. You're making them earn it in the red zone. Okay. Here we go again. We're playing that box coverage that we talked about in the red zone. We're playing man-to-man on the backside. And Perryman just, kind of hangs out. He's going to free it up in the middle of the field, cut on a crosser in this coverage. And, I think that this is obviously it was working because other than the first touchdown, once they started playing it right, once Diablo started playing this right and sitting, right, what is he doing? He's squeezing. He's jumping right here, right now, okay, getting in front of that. Diablo. Merrick is here. Everything is swallowed up. And we run a great Texas stunt here. Quentin Jefferson. This is textbook. This is teach tape. Crosby, he's going to collision this guard. And Quentin Jefferson sells this, contain rush so late. These guys have no chance. Great execution on that Texas stunt right there. Crosby and Jefferson. Okay, here's another little curveball. They're going to come down, play man-to-man coverage, Merrick on the slot, and they're going to blitz the corner off the edge. Okay, little heat check here. Center fire zone after him. What ends up happening in coverage is Diablo has to pass the tight end off to Perryman so he can get the back who's going fast to the flat here, okay? And if we watch Perryman, just a quick little pause, watch him, okay? He saw that this is his guy, but where's his eyes? His eyes are on the quarterback. He's not looking at his guy. He just takes that quick little peek. We watch him here. He sees, oh, I got him, and then he peeks back at the quarterback before closing that space. Perryman, once he identifies, oh, that back is going out, and Diablo is going to go after him. Now my guy is the tight end. He just needs to get his eyes on the tight end and close the gap instead of stopping his feet there and peeking in the backfield. Okay, we got a run play here. Looks like Perryman comes down here, shoots the gap. Hobbs should hopefully rip outside and get force on that. Great job. That's how you play. This is coordinated run support. Okay, it's not about every guy making the tackle. It's about if the runner goes through your hole, you make the tackle. So Perryman is the alley runner. Hobbs is the force player, okay? If the back runs to the alley, it's Perryman's guy. But if he bounces, okay, the force player has to pick him up. Okay, in which case, yes, he bounces. And Hobbs does a great job detaching, getting on that tackle. Crosby's everywhere. Okay, now this is an interesting play because it looks to me like we are playing palms here to the field. We're gonna Hayward is reading number 2, seeing if 2 breaks out. If not, he'll just take this guy man to man. And if this guy goes vertical, Merrick has a man to man over here. So it looks like they're playing palms coverage over here. But then I'm not sure about this because Diablo is going to man turn this and run downfield. It's almost like they're playing cover, 2 man under, like cover 5. So this is an interesting look. I'm not exactly sure what's happening here. It plays out like a cover 2 call, like cover 2 wild almost. But I've not seen that in Gus Bradley's, Rolodex yet so far from all of my charting. So that would be strange, but you got Diablo essentially in a 2 high safety look, okay, running with the tight end down the seam. And I think he's in great position. I think it was just a little push off there that he's got to know if he starts pushing, you got to pull and you got to hold on to him. And I think you see him holding on. You see he's got a white glove. That's a savvy move. White glove on white pants. Okay, that's a savvy move. But he didn't hold on. He got pushed off on, but he wasn't able to hold on. You see he loses his grip right there. And so that's just what Diablo, like that small little part of the execution, because he's fast enough, he's athletic enough for this. It's just when he pushes you, you got to hold on. As long as he's pushing, you got to hold on. As soon as he lets go, then you let go and go find the ball. Incredible throw. as well. I mean, if you see it goes right, like literally a laser. Look at this. It goes right over an inch, 2 inches over Diablo's head. Oh my gosh. That is sick. That is a sick throw. All right, so this is something that's only interesting if you're a nerd like me. This is an empty formation, okay? And they ended up putting the formation into the boundary, so we have an empty call with the strength on the short side of the field. Notice the ball's in the hash, okay? So the ball's on this hash. That means this side of the field is shorter than this side of the field, and that's called the boundary. So the boundary is the short side of the field, and the wide side of the field is just called the field. So the field and boundary defenses. Okay, so over here, they put formation into the boundary, meaning they have more eligible receivers, 1, 2, 3, on the short side of the field than they do on the wide side of the field. Okay, so this is a coverage check for the Raiders, is that they'll put the free safety down as the strong hook player. The strong safety will go back. The weak side linebacker will be a curl flat player to the passing strength. The Mike linebacker will be a hook curl player to the passing strength. And then this strong side linebacker out here is going to be, or the nickel, it doesn't matter. This is the same if they're nickel or in base, will be the curl flat player over here to the passing strength. And this is an incredible job by Casey Hayward. We talked about white gloves on white pants, right? Okay. He's holding on to to Chase here. Can you see where his hands start and Jamar Chase's pants begin? No, because he's wearing white gloves. Veteran move. Great job, Casey Hayward.